just met somebody that follows us on our vlogs, named Steve. Really nice. He's been saying that the last few, you know, last couple of months, oh, we should meet up. So we actually arranged it, and we went to the Stables Cafe and had a cup of tea and chatted. He's got himself a boat in February, probably about the same time as us. Needed a lot of work. He's just shown all the outside, now he's got to start the inside, so we feel his pain. Really nice bloke. Had a really good chat. Felt like we'd known each other for such a long time. You know when you get some people where you just sort of click straight away. It was great. So hopefully we'll meet up with him again and we can see his progress. I told him to take lots of photos and videos, because when you start and inside, you can go for weeks doing stuff and you think you're not getting anywhere, but it's only when you start looking back at your photos you realise that you've made a lot of progress. We found that some weeks we don't think we've done anything, and then we look back on a film, or I'm putting something together, or photos, and I think, oh my god, we've done loads actually. So today we're down here. It's actually quite warm, so while it's warm I'm gonna black this and maybe do another coat on the stove. We're going to light it, have the doors open, because obviously it's all going to smoke, so we want to clear that smoke, so we want to get that going. And while it's not a bad temperature, we thought we may as well get on and do that. We've also, hopefully we're going to get our worktop in position. This I've got to start painting. This one can go in because the paint underneath here is now dry and done. Got to do the rest of the edging strip going down, the finishing strip. We've got to do the strips on this bit going down, and the other thing we've got to do is the boxing in behind there. We haven't done it. We've got to put the edging strip on, and we've got to get it placed and brackets, and we've got to sort that out. And then also we haven't done our edging piece along here, so we've got to cut those, so before we go home tonight I can paint the edging strips. When we come back tomorrow, we can put them up with their first coat of colour on, because it's easier then for me to do another coat when they've already had their first coat. It's easier to touch it in and do it. So that's our plan, and we might be going to get some flooring. How exciting is that? Underlay, I think we're having carpet down here. We found the flooring down here. We wanted flooring that we can take up if need be, if we need to look at anything underneath. So we've gone for, we found a vinyl clip flooring for underneath for there, but you can unclick it, which is quite handy if we need to lift anything. God forbid, cross fingers, we don't need to lift anything at all. And then the carpet, obviously we can lift that as and when we want to. We've got the lights. The rest of our lights for the bedroom came. We've had to order the lights from 3 different places. So these ones, I don't know if they're in a frame, these ones up here, we couldn't get the doubles. So actually it's made it, let me turn you around, it's made it quite good, because in this hallway we need 2. So we've gone for the same sort, but we've gone for 2 singles, one there and one the other side of that light. And then in our bedroom we've gone for a square one with 4 set into it, which actually we probably wouldn't have looked at, and I think it's going to be better for the area, because that's the only light then down, the bigger light down there. So that's worked out okay. But we couldn't get, of course we couldn't get them all from the same place. So one place had one place had another. The 2 single ones, 2 different prices. We paid £5 more for one, or it could be that we paid £5 less for the other, who knows. So we've got those, and they've all turned up this week. So that's Kev's job today. Put the lights up, finish an edging strip.
Is that my only job for today?
No, it's not your only job for today. It's one of your jobs for today. And hopefully we're going to put some worktop on.
Yes, we are going to put some worktop on.
And then we can probably see about what we're doing with that wall, because we can see where the level of the worktop comes. It was handy being able to get the worktop in the car. We didn't think we'd have to be able to, but we just managed to. Kev assured me, as usual, that it would go in, and it did. We're just running our engine for a couple of hours because one of our battery monitor thing is saying something, so we think it's because we've obviously got cold drained it, so we're going to run our engine for a couple of hours and see if it charges it all back up and see where we are with that.
Charging already.
So fingers crossed, thumbs up, we'll see how we get on, and I'll catch you in a little while. Bye!
Goodbye.
Morning, Kev.
Morning.
What have you lost?
Hammer.
If it's not a hammer, it's a pencil. If it's not a pencil, it's a Stanley knife.
I'm surprised this job has never been completed.
We can find
Nothing.
nothing.
I know.
And that's putting it politely. You put it away somewhere, never to be seen again.
This boat.
And there aren't that many cupboards to look through.
There are. There's hundreds. I'll be in here somewhere. It's all right.
Look, we put a coat of paint on the back wall. It's not probably the colour we're going to use, but just to lose the wood on it and to have a look at it and to see. So it looks better. Well, we think it looks better. It looks longer. And there's our worktop. It's a concrete. Supposed to be like concrete effect. So we're really pleased with it. It's the extra strips just in case. And then we've got another one to go on that end. And Kev, have you found your hammer?
No.
Why not?
Excuse me.
Why not?
Because I'm looking for my hammer.
If I had a hammer, a hammer in the morning,
a
hammer in the evening. But we don't have that choice because we can't find a hammer. Kev.
A hammer?
Kev.
No, go away.
Where's the hammer, Kev?
The hammer's on the boat.
If I go looking for it, am I going to find it straight away?
Oh, probably, because you know what you like.
Look, how many cupboards do we have in this boat? Hardly any.
So many cupboards.
There's hardly any. And shall I go and find his hammer?
If you find my hammer.
Look, I'm probably moving you all around.
That hammer that you've just got in your hand.
This thing here.
Where was it?
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
See, look, you want to find anything, always ask a woman.
Yeah, that's true. Because they had it last.
Actually, I'm going to own up to this one. I did put it there and think, I must remember that I've left it there because you'll never know to look there. And actually, I'm going to hold my hands up, it was me. I could have lied, but I can't. So, look, Kev.
Are you owning it? Are you owning that one?
I'm owning it.
That's very good.
I could have left you, said you, no, you put it there the other day, and you'd have gone, oh, did I? So we're going to start putting up the rest of the edging strips. Then I've got to paint them, put the blinds up in here, blinds up down there. What else are we doing? Oh, we've got to cut. We've got to cut the other bit of worktop, length of it. We might have to cut this one yet. I hope not, because I don't really want to cut it. But we shall see. So I'll catch you in a little while. Bye.
Goodbye.
What are you eating, Kev?
Hot croissant.
We have no means of cooking on here at the moment, but we do have a stove. So there's our croissants warming. Barry's making our cup of tea. We've got nice warm croissants. So everything's dandy. And the stripping is going up. And Kev's stuffing his face. And we just thought this was a perfect way. A bit of silver foil. Warm them through. So we've got nice fresh croissants. So that was a good idea, wasn't it? So, bye. So we're now just putting up another blind. And then we can put the infill bits in, like these, to go across, and I can paint them. So, just got to put the brackets up. Got 3 on this size, and then literally this just clips in. It's actually really quite easy once it's done. It's not difficult. Well, it's easy for me because I'm not even doing it, so I've got the monotonous job of painting. And painting while the edges are on, so that's not the easiest thing to do. And then we've still got our light to go up here. We've bought a new switch yesterday, last night when we went home. The switch that's down hanging, I don't know if you can see it from there, there's a switch hanging on the wall down there, but it's not working. We had a bit of a nightmare with the electrics yesterday. I don't know if I said about this. We had an EO4 reading, which we have got sorted. We reset it because none of the lights would work. And there was enough charge in the battery. We thought we'd have to buy new batteries, but there's enough charge in the battery, so it was reading EO2, then it started reading EO4. We've reset it, everything's fine. The battery's reading that there's charge in there, there's 12 or 13 volts, or whatever it is. It's bang on with what it said it's supposed to be. What have you done? What have you done? What has he done?
I may have dropped a bit. Oh, there it is.
Oh look, part of our blinds, I take it.
No, I've just dropped a bit from the drill.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yes,
What have you done?
Nothing. Just dropped
What have
a
you
bit from the
done?
drill.
Why are you getting on the floor? Where's the drill bit?
Apologise profusely.
Where's the drill bit, Kev?
Drill bit made.
Ooh, this is what you do to me when I'm doing things.
Drill bit.
What have you got? The drill bit. Whatever you do, anybody that's doing their kitchen on a boat, or actually anywhere, don't drop your drill bit down the back of there. Is that a top tip, Kev?
Top tip.
We're putting all our banding strips back up, but I don't know if it shows on here. This bit of ceiling actually comes in into a bit of a point here, so it's a lot higher this side than that side. So when you put your band in, it sits here, but the gap, I know we're putting a corner piece in, but the gap is so big. So Kev is taking
Fractions out of the wood.
a groove, it shows, a groove out of there so that it sits further up into the V either side, and then I'll fill it and we'll have to adjust it from there. So that's what we're doing at the moment.
And then we can put the corner beading in there.
Beading.
Yeah?
Yeah. It is closer, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
Okay. I wonder why you're still videoing the gap.
I was actually stood thinking about something and I got off of well, I was thinking, so we used to have just pieces like this, which we've put new ones in, but we've had to put corner bits in. The gap, to keep this one straight, to cover the gap, so it's a bit, you've got to make it up as you go along sometimes, which I think we've done since we've had the boat.
We have, this is fully planned. This is an intricate plan we've got going on here.
So this is where he's now going to pin through the new worktop.
All best laid plans and all that. Got that?
Left hand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to hold it? Up a bit.
You didn't catch me hitting my finger then, did you?
Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't make any noise. That you hit that very well. So the gap isn't as bad, and we've got beading to go across there. So we'll do something with that.
Just address it really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get that.
Don't hit your thumb, because you'll see. I don't know how well that shows up. You put some lights on. We have worktop. So I'm just putting lights on as I go down. Because we have things such as lights now. Look, worktop. We haven't finished joining it. We've got to level this piece up a bit with a cupboard underneath. So there you go. First view. The sink will be here. We've only got we bought a small sink. We didn't want it being too massive, and a small draining board, so that'll go there. The hob is going, no, the oven is going there, and the hob is going here. And then we might have some shelving or something on this back wall, and some hanging and whatever. Who knows? We don't. So there you go. Worktop. And we can't really see where this stuff goes to at the moment because we need to unpack the washing machine, unveil the fridge, and then we'll have a bit of space at the end of the worktop here. Probably a bit more than that. It'll probably be, I don't know, up to about there, which will do a little bit of shelving. Who knows? I don't really know what we're going to do. Do you know what we're going to do with it?
I ain't got a clue.
You look like you don't know and don't care.
Oh, I do care. I just don't know.
So we've got the edging strips. That's its first coat on this edging strip. And what we're going to do under here, either tiles, a little edging thing, because we quite like the recess in there. We were going to block it in, but it actually makes it look like you've got deeper. Otherwise we'll be cutting off some of the worktop, and I like the look of it with that stripping and the recess down it. So that's it. And then I've just given it its first coat on this ceiling one, but it's now what, 3 o'clock, and I can't really see to paint very well, and when you put the lights on it's too glary, so I can't see that either. So that's where we're up to. So we have blinds further down, blinds down there. We've got to put hooks on the blinds somehow down here. So when they're closed, they'll be.
What are you doing?
Yeah, brushes.
Nice. This is exciting.
Just that one needs a final coat. stuff's too dirty now for me to... That lid don't stay down.
What a mess.
You waiting for me?
Yeah. Is that interesting?
No, I can't. You wanted me to touch the worktop. When
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's sticky. I still put fingerprints on things, footprints on things.
You've been putting footprints on things? Very good. We're all interested to know how you can put footprints on things.
I had no idea you read that.
I did think you did.
I was getting peed off the back of when it stands up.
GoPro, stop recording.